Okay, we're going to talk about this game, this sexist game. Now, warning you now that there are going to be spoilers in this video because I have to talk about the spoilers in order to explain to you just how sexist this game is. Alright, now, in Devil May Cry, there are a handful of women. And in every game, they portray these women as sex objects, just there to titillate the men. Well, in Devil May Cry, they've taken it as far as they can go. In Devil May Cry 5, each of the main heroines of the story appear completely naked. Just completely naked and for no reason other than to titillate the men who play these games. This is toxic masculinity if I have ever seen it. Now, and to make matters worse, these women who are exposed as eye candy are not even given real parts of the game to be played in. In some of the games before, you could play as lady or you could play as the other woman, and fine, you got to experience their power, their feminine power. Well, not in Devil May Cry 5. It's just all men. That's all you're playing with, just the men. And some of you might be saying that I'm just being immature, that I'm just not accepting the game for what it is. Well, if that's the case, why do you get to look at these women and their tasty bum bums and you don't get to see naked men, right? I have not seen Dante flashing his penis around in front of that camera. Right? If it's equal opportunity, if you can see breasts and ass, then there should be equal opportunity for male dick and thighs. That's what I believe should be put into this game. But that's not gonna happen because once again, toxic masculinity has ruled its ugly head. And to make matters worse, there's a scene in the game where the big demon guy gets the women in a submissive position down on their backsides, and what does he do? He brings out the tentacles. Now, we all know that tentacles in Japan are a symbolism for penises. So essentially, this is like rape inside of a Devil May Cry 5. And why does the tentacles really only happen to the women folk? Why do they only get wrapped up? The moment a tentacle even comes near another guy, it gets chopped off. That shows anti-gayness. Tentacles okay for women, bad for men, right? So I'm thinking they're against the gays. So you should watch that if you decide to buy this game. So, in closing, before you go out and buy Devil May Cry 5, think about the women, alright? Think about the women folk who are being objectified in this game and ask yourself, is this really the type of company that you wish to be supporting? The type of company that goes out and exposes women's bum bums, for someone else's entertainment. I mean, yes, other things promote sexy women and such, like bikini contests, cheerleading, volleyball, gymnastics, and all the commercials ever that portray a pretty woman to try to sell a product. But that's neither here nor there because we aren't talking about them today, but they will be talked about. Today we're talking about video games. And video games need to be protected because games are for children. So will someone please think of the children?